Have you ever heard the saying, "Don't burn yourself to warm someone else"? It holds a deep truth rooted in the ancient Stoics, reminding us of the delicate balance between kindness and self-care. In today's fast-paced world, the pressure can always be altruistic, distorting noble kindness into an often self-destructive model. Society encourages you to go beyond your limits, to constantly give your well-being regardless of the tax. But what is the ultimate price of such unlimited generosity? The reality is harsh. If left unchecked, excessive kindness can deplete our resources, drain our energy, and damage our mental and physical health. Many people fall into a cycle where their altruism leaves them feeling empty, undervalued, and exhausted. This is a modern dilemma where genuine intentions to help others inadvertently lead to personal suffering and disappointment. Stoic philosophy provides thorough knowledge to navigate this treacherous terrain. It teaches us not only to be generous, but also to protect our life force. The Stoics remind us that true virtue is in balance, the ability to give without losing yourself, to care for others, and to prioritize your own well-being. This ancient wisdom forces us to rethink our attitude to kindness and encourages us to set healthy boundaries that preserve our inner strength and integrity. In this study, we explore how Stoic principles can be a guide amidst the complexities of modern life. We find strategies to ensure that our charities remain sustainable and enrich both ourselves and those we wish to support. Join us in unraveling the fine line between generosity and self-preservation, inspired by the enduring wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism shows us another way, a way to be generous without losing yourself, a way to be kind, but also kind to yourself. It teaches us the art of balanced generosity, ensuring that our actions enrich the lives of others while protecting our own well-being. In this video, we show how Stoic principles help you set healthy boundaries so that your kindness becomes a source of strength, not exhaustion. We explore how to give without losing, love without hurting, and be a support to others without disappearing from our lives. Stay with us as we walk the fine line between generosity and self-preservation, guided by the wisdom of Stoicism. 1. Don't burn yourself to warm others. Too much kindness can become a trap, as the wise Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius warns us. Imagine yourself as someone who is always quick to help others and never says no. It's like giving away pieces of yourself until there's nothing left. You become the person who is always there for others, but when you look around, you stand alone in your hour of need. It's not just about kindness. It's also about being kind to yourself. Marcus would remind us that our first duty is to our own well-being. Without it, we cannot truly support others. Consider the story of two neighboring gardeners, one who carefully tended his garden, and the other who, despite his scheming, often tended all the other gardens. A caring gardener who understood the importance of self-care nurtured their garden with the right balance of attention and resources, resulting in a vibrant and thriving space. This gardener's plot not only gave personal joy, but also produced leftovers to share with neighbors. On the other hand, the disproportionately generous gardener spent so much time and effort in other people's gardens that his own plot was neglected. Without proper care, their garden dried up and the harvest was meager. In their efforts to be helpful, they neglected their own needs and emptied their garden, and metaphorically speaking, themselves. Let this be a reminder to think before diving in to help others. Ask yourself, is this help sustainable? Am I maintaining my well-being? The ancient Stoics encouraged us to practice Stoicism by setting healthy boundaries and making sure that while trying to be kind, we don't forget to be kind to ourselves. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Stoicism is about maintaining inner peace and wholeness while influencing the lives of others, which ensures a balanced and fulfilling life for both you and those you want to help. Generosity is a virtue that enriches our lives and those around us, but it contains subtle pitfalls when it is done without restraint. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that still echoes wisdom in our modern turmoil, teaches us a critical lesson about the limits of kindness. Offering help with an open heart is noble, but expecting the same generosity in return can lead us down a path of disappointment. Life shows us that the good we do today may not be remembered tomorrow. It does not reflect our value or the value of our actions, but the natural flow of human memory and gratitude. Think of giving as planting a tree. You care for it in the hope that it will grow, and maybe one day provide shade or fruit. But nature has its way. Storms, droughts, and changing seasons. Likewise, when we offer kindness, we must move away from the expectation of a direct return. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, advise us to focus on our actions, not on their results. Some things are under our control and some are not. He stated and reminded that the joy of giving must come from the act itself, not from the expectation of repayment. Adopting this mindset protects us from the sting of unfulfilled expectations. It teaches us emotional resilience, allowing us to continue to be kind and generous without feeling needy or exploited. This does not mean that we should harden our hearts, but rather that we find a balance. Recognize the impact of your kindness as a reflection of your character, not a transaction. In doing so, we not only protect our peace of mind, but also cultivate a generosity that is self-sustaining and truly rewarding. This Stoic principle encourages us to give freely but wisely, ensuring that our kindness enriches us regardless of how the world responds. How can you apply the Stoic principle of giving without expectation to your daily interactions? Think of a specific scenario where you could offer kindness or support without asking for anything in return, and consider practical steps you could take to ensure that generosity remains a source of personal fulfillment rather than a drain on it. 3. There is no limit to the number of requests received. Reflecting on history, it is fascinating to observe the extreme services provided by royalty, from clothing to personal hygiene, all performed by attendants. Fast forward to today, and it's clear that people still have expectations of us, often asking for favors that they could easily manipulate themselves. Stoicism illuminates this and teaches us to set boundaries and embrace moderation. This ancient philosophy acts as a lighthouse to guide us through the sea of endless pursuits, allowing us to act with purpose and maintain our emotional well-being. Stoicism is not about refusing help, but about finding a balance so that we don't lose ourselves while supporting others. Take, for example, the touching story of a mother and her grown daughter in a charming town. The mother cared for her daughter out of love as much as she did not let her take on her responsibilities. This dynamic continued until the premature death of the mother, which surprisingly catalyzed the daughter's independence. This story highlights an important lesson. While our intentions may be pure, too much support can inadvertently stifle growth. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius summed up this wisdom in his Meditations. It is for man to stand, not for others to hold him. This understanding encourages us to instill self-confidence and promote a balance that benefits everyone involved. Seneca, who has a deep understanding of human relationships, observed, "He who begins to be your friend for gain, ceases to be also for gain." It's a powerful reminder to build relationships based on genuine connections rather than transactions. True friendship and support should not depend on what we can offer, but on mutual respect and understanding. Stoicism teaches us to value ourselves not for what we can give, but for who we are, promoting self-esteem and authentic connections. Stoicism allows us to embrace moderation, set boundaries to protect our own well-being, and at the same time offer genuine support to others. By putting our responsibilities first and honoring our needs, we not only maintain our authenticity, but also perform more meaningful acts of generosity. This balanced approach to life and relationships ensures that we stay true to ourselves and our values. We live a virtuous and fulfilling life in accordance with the demands of modern life. Let us remember that taking care of our own needs is not selfishness, but necessary self-care. 4. Be seen and treated as sensitive. Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson about inner flexibility and self-control. It's about building fortresses, perfecting the art of self-control, and drawing clear lines in the sand that define our personal space. Over time, constantly bending over backwards for others can ironically lead to being perceived as weak. Without firm boundaries, we are easily taken advantage of by those who see our generosity not as a strength, but as an exploitable opening. This cycle of overstretching and exploitation wears us down, leaving us feeling undervalued and overwhelmed. But when we start saying no, change happens. We no longer respond to every question or inquiry. This confidence conveys a new respect for ourselves and shows others that we value our time and energy, which ensures their respect in return. Cicero, the luminary of Stoic philosophy, expressed this when he stated, "What you think about yourself is far more important than what others think about you." By setting boundaries and practicing self-discipline, we not only protect our own mental and emotional well-being, but also respect those around us. Remember that no power is transformative. It is a statement of your worth and a demonstration of the respect you demand from the world. Embrace this mantra and watch it shape the dynamics of your relationship, fostering mutual respect based on human dignity and self-worth. You choose to invest our time and energy. But amidst their complexity lies the quiet strength of knowing that your presence, however understated, has a profound meaning. In moments of solitude and reflection, you affirm your purpose and find comfort in your impact, even if it is not always visible or acknowledged. This selfless journey, often difficult, offers a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from making a difference in the lives of others. As you navigate this path, remember that balance is key, not only to give, but also to receive support and recognition when needed. Your journey as a compassionate soul is one of constant growth and learning, where every interaction shapes you as much as any other. Embrace the richness of these experiences as they shape the contours of your character and define the legacy you leave behind. In this symphony of life, altruism harmonizes with determination, creating a melody that echoes beyond the fleeting applause of the moment. It resonates in the hearts of those you have touched, creating a tapestry of connection that endures beyond circumstance. So continue to walk with grace, knowing that your thread woven into the tapestry of humanity with compassion and devotion contributes to the beauty of the whole. And as you contemplate the waves of giving and receiving, flirt with the quiet moments of joy that arise, knowing that they are whispers of gratitude from souls touched by your kindness. Because at the end of the day, it's not just our actions that truly define our journey, but the love and empathy with which we do them.